Gielinor, the magical world of RuneScape. It's divided into chunks for easy use. Welcome to Chunkman Dead Die Kill, the series where I conquer the landmass of Gielinor by doing tasks and unlocking chunks. Last episode we only completed one task, but what a task that was. We completed our first kill count for Jad, giving us a brand new fire cape. Our map then expanded with the ruins, which houses the crazy archaeologist in the wilderness. We will start off this episode just after obtaining the fire cape. With those two extra combat tasks we got from killing Jad, we are now at 34, which means we only need one more to get another chunk. If we look at what's possible, if we go to easy, we have a very easy one, and that's kill an aberrant spectre, which is now possible because we have the level now. So first of all, let's trade Crystallia, and we need a nose peg for that. Here at the Slayer Tower in Canifis, let's open the door and let's kill our target. And there we go, that's him down for some snapegrass seeds, and we get the combat task Noxious Foe, which brings us up to 35 combat tasks completed, which is a task on our spreadsheet. A fairly easy task after getting those two combat achievements from Jad. So 35 combat tasks have been completed. That was our 7th combat achievement task, and we now have 188 chunks unlocked. And then back to our map. We unlocked the ruins in the wilderness here, so with the crazy archaeologist inside of it, and all the chunks next to them were already accessible to unlock. The one below maybe would be a good unlock, because then we could go in one direction to the ruins instead of going to have to zigzag here. But either way, let's see what our next chunk will be. Pick a chunk. Okay, some darkness to start it off with. Let's try again. Pick a chunk. Alright, that is a landmass chunk. First one of the Veldup Hills. But sadly, we cannot get here. We would need at least, these 3, I'd say. There is a transportation system here, but that's one that goes over here, but we only unlock it after doing several quests. So that's definitely not an accessible chunk. It does have the start for a quest, big chompy bird hunting, so that will be useful in the long run, but for now it's just inaccessible. The next plan was going to be to kill the crazy archaeologist, but we need a teleport because it's over level 20 wilderness, and I thought we could use the Ring of Wealth together with a Dragonstone jewelry scroll, but apparently if you try to use it you don't have any jewelry that the scroll can recharge, so we can only recharge these Rings of Wealth from the obelisk in the wilderness. And as we cannot make any of the other jewelry yet, we might as well do something else. We are 13 levels off the next total level task, and we might as well do some more Slayer. We need 12 more levels to get to Gargoyles, and with Gargoyles we have a new boss, the Grotesque Guardians. That's 250 tasks completed. We get an additional 350 points and we're back up to more than 500 points. We got one Slayer level so far, so let's just continue and see how far we get. That's an upgrade. We got some Mystic Gloves Light. Now, not actually sure if you already have the dark ones or not. Let's see. Collection log. Other. Slayer. Yeah, of course. So now we have the two versions of the Mystic Gloves. These dark ones were from Banshees, and now we have the light version as well from these lizards. We're currently on our 292nd task, and we have lizards. So we have 762 points. It's time to buy the reptile freezer, because this will be a bit of quality of life when doing them, and we do get them a lot. We got a crawling hand. I think we can offer this up to the Dark Altar over here, or we can put it in our house. If we give it to the Dark Altar, we get some prayer experience. But okay, that's a crawling hand, I guess. Another Bronze Dragon task down, and that's 300 tasks done in a row. We get 250 points, and we are at 922. With those 900 points, we might as well buy something. There's not really anything more that's going to be very useful, only the hot stuff, but that's not that important at the moment. So let's just buy the rune pouch for 750 points, which is just going to be really useful for having multiple runes inside the rune pouch instead of having them take up multiple spots. And for the rest, we have 170 points, so that's pretty much 5 skips, and we don't really need the points anymore. So let's go for more Slayer experience from Slayer monsters instead of tutorial boosting, and let's just get assignments from Cheldar. Mutated Zygomites. First time killing those. That's some steel boots, but we already have the black boots from Bloodveld, so not really an upgrade. But a collection log item nonetheless. Another great addition and a very useful item. We got a lava battle staff from these aberrant specters, which means this combines 2 elemental runes in one staff, which will just be useful all around. I'm not sure what spells use earth and fire, but we'll find use definitely. And that's 83 hit points on a lesser demon task, which gives us a total of 1550. Let's maybe go somewhere else, because these guys are still attacking me. We got 1 strength level, I think 2 range levels, a prayer level, a fletching level because we needed more bolts, and then I think we started at 63 Slayer, so we got up to 68.5. So it's moving along, which is not all that bad. But either way, that was 1550 total. Let's finish that task on our spreadsheet and then pick another chunk. Our 62nd total level task, achieving 1550 total, has been completed, and we are up to 189 chunks unlocked in total. And then back to our map. The last chunk we unlocked was on the eastern side of the Feldip Hills, our first chunk in that area. And now we have the option to get another water chunk down below, a speck of land on top, so that would be terrible, and another part of the Feldip Hills. And now that I look at it, there is a fairy ring over here. So we could get here, and I think that would make it possible for us to do the quest. So that would actually be an interesting unlock. But either way, any unlock that gives us anything to do would be great at the moment. So let's pick a chunk. Okay, more wilderness. The boneyard. There's, I think, nothing more here than some bones and some skeletons. So, okay. Let's continue, I guess. We still need 7 more Slayer levels before we can go to the Grotesque Guardians. And that is pretty much doubling our experience, so that's going to take a long while. And we've just done a lot of Slayer, so might as well do something else, as we won't be getting a total level task done anytime soon. If we go to our bank, we have 3 easy caskets stacked up because of all the tutorial boosting we were doing. So we need 22 more. So let's go back to the ham members and collect until we have a nice 25 stacked up. And there we have the next 25 easy caskets. We didn't even get a level, so this went pretty smoothly. If we go to our collection log for easy clues, we are currently at 150 easy clues completed. We've got a variety of items, no team capes yet, or the gilded items, nor any of the monk's robes G, but we did get 2 god bottoms, but we still need a top, which would be a best in slot item at the moment for magic. And otherwise we want the flare trouser for master clues. For all the other items we pretty much got everything we wanted, even the ham joint here. So let's start opening and see what we are going to get. Oh, we were talking about the golden items, and there's a golden chef's hat. Pretty nice. And there's some fashionscape, a trimmed amulet of power. So this is pretty much the same thing as the amulet of power, it just looks a bit swaggier. And we get some new firelighters. That's a new collection log slot. A bronze kite shield trimmed, also new. Another golden item, now the wooden shield. That's 2 very closely together, the chef's hat and the shield. Pretty nice. And there's another golden item, but now just a bronze kite shield. And the beanie hat. The uniques keep coming in. Then a new ancient page and a duplicate Sarah page. Oh my god. One of the team capes, Team Cape X, together with a bronze plate body trimmed. We're pretty much getting all of the very rare uniques. A duplicate elegant piece, the only elegant we have, the red elegant shirt. And another unique, a black plate body golden. And the last 5 clues didn't give us anything new, but what a haul this was. A team cape, a chef's hat, a wooden shield golden, an amulet of power trimmed. All of these are new uniques. Together with these 4, that's actually amazing. Probably the best opening we've ever had. But anyway, we have now gone up to 175 easy treasure trails done, so let's complete that task on our spreadsheet and see what chunk we are going to get. Our 31st clue task. Finishing 175 easy clues has now been completed for 190 chunks already. And then back to our map. Last chunk we unlocked was the boneyard here in the wilderness, which doesn't really change much. All the adjacent chunks could already be unlocked, and they aren't really that useful either. So we're looking for any chunk which would give us anything to do. So like always, the last Caterpie chunk, the Shades of Morton chunk, the chunk adjacent to Port Vesmatis, Dragontooth Isle, pretty much anything here in the Kandrin region. The two last chunks here in Kramja would all be great, but there are of course a lot of other chunks that we can get as well. But let's see. Pick a chunk. Oh, the Sinclair Mansion. There are two quests here. I'm not sure if we can do any of these two quests. I think one is the continuation of the Camelot Castle quest line, and the other one is one to do with a murder, mystery murder or something in the mansion itself. But I don't know if we need more than the mansion and what we already have for these quests. Otherwise we have a new fairy ring, which would be very useful in getting to this place. And then I'm not sure, but we have a master clue in the bank, and I'm not sure if the bard here can be talked to from this part of the chunk, or if we need the chunk next to it. There's also an easy treasure trail step over here. Not sure if we have the right amount of items, but that's also one thing here in the chunk. So overall, a pretty interesting chunk. If we look at our new chunk, we have the quest King's Ransom here, but for that we need to do Holy Grail, for which we are missing this chunk, so this part of the chunk, so that's 2 chunks away. We also need to do One Small Favor and Murder Mystery, so that's 3 quests we need to do before we can do King's Ransom. And then Murder Mystery, I just checked the wiki and we should be able to do everything within this chunk and the Sears Village chunk. So that's pretty much what we are going to do, and let's maybe take our master clue with us, because we have a current step. If you look, follow the bard wants to see you. That's going to be all for this episode. A bit of a shorter video, but we did a lot of things today, and our collection log count has been going up pretty nicely as well. Next episode we will start with the murder mystery quest and then see what that gives us. So as always, have a good one and see you next week for some more Chunkman progress.